I'm at the Nottingham Greenhustle 2024 today.
Am I allowed to ask you your age range? I can do 65 plus. And then
We're basically looking at alternative uses of leaves, transforming them from a waste material into something you can use. We've done some experiments with tie-dyeing, very much version 1, we need to work on that. Composting is definitely on the list as useful things you can do.
Yeah,
there are
more people compost leaves, don't
they? But not everyone has a garden to compost into.
No.
We've been making some leaf extracts, basically by making basically a tea out of the leaves.
Okay.
And that's what we use for the dyeing. We're also looking at using these as corrosion inhibitors. So you're probably familiar with rust inhibitors that you put in central heating.
Yeah.
So there's lots of applications like that, but they all use very aggressive, environmentally unfriendly chemicals. And there's a lot of work looking at using plant-based alternatives. One of the chemicals that can work is tannin. So there's loads of tannins in leaves.
Okay.
So you can see some of our results down here. So basically, still just in salt water, quite a lot of rust on it. Then when we've got our leaf extract present, you've got much less rust present. So we know that it does have a beneficial effect, and we're quantifying that at the moment, and then follow-up work is seeing if it's economically viable. You know, how many leaves do you need to do this? Is it going to be possible?
So it's interesting what you say about rust inhibitors, because I use a commercial product on my boat. I do like tea.
Yeah, so I mean, the only actual use I know of like a natural inhibitor was a guy who had a steamboat on Lake Windermere, and they're very strict, ironically, on the emissions that could come out of the boats. So instead of getting a chemical inhibitor, he just put some stewed tea into the boiler. So for him, extending the lifetime of the boiler by about 50% would still be really useful. But that's the only use I know. Nobody else has really scaled up green corrosion inhibitors, but I do think that's probably the most realistic way they're going to be used, that kind of low level, almost DIY applications.
I told you what to be up to. Thank you, Mr. People coming together, fantastic, beautiful. Thank you, Mr. Thank you.
Oh yeah, I got you. Does that mean that you're my prize and I get to take you home?
Absolutely fantastic. If you've just arrived, tell your friends to come. There is a free festival right here in the Market Square, Greenhustle Festival, teaching us how to live better and be greener. Community and unity, we're all here. I am Rastarella, the founder of Cultural Vibrations and Unity Through Music, established in 2009 to unify people through music.
things we're trying to encourage as well is that we obviously want the city to be carbon neutral, the council itself
So Martin, the Climate Action Café, what's that
Well,
all
it's
about?
the Action Café generally, so it's lots of people and groups who are concerned about our environment. So obviously we've got the climate crisis, we've got a wider environmental crisis, and from our point of view we're the Nottingham Open Spaces Forum, and we like to protect and care for our green spaces, which matter so much to people, especially in a crowded city. So we need to protect them, make sure they're looked after, make sure they're increased even, and make sure they're friendly for nature and people.
What do you expect to get from being here today?
Raising awareness, I think, more people interested, more people knowing about the issues, knowing we exist, and knowing that they have a part to play as well in improving the situation.
It's early afternoon. How's it been going so far?
It's good, it's really busy, and because of the location, we get a wider audience than we might normally. Sometimes you can just be talking to the same people, but not here.
And have you got a physical base in Nottingham?
No, we haven't. We have. We're developing a website for all the parks and so on in Nottingham. We have a registered address. We're a registered charity, but we don't have physical office premises. We've got our own website. We have Facebook and Twitter, or whatever you're supposed to call it these days, and we also have we are developing a site for the parks of Nottingham, which is just called nottinghamparks.co.uk, which has never existed before, but where we want to ensure that all of the city's green spaces are there, so people know where they are, but as importantly, so people know what we need to protect.
And how long has the charity been going?
Oh, 5 or 6 years. Yeah.
Okay. Are you ready? Let's show. One more time. Go. Thank you for inviting us, my good sister. Not time for it, young.
Like it's pretty tough.
It is really hard going. There's some roots in
There's a lot
here.
of roots in there, isn't
Yeah. I've probably not chosen the best spot for it. That's it. Ooh, poor thing. There we are.
So do you know what this plant is?
I think it's catnip.
A what?
I think it's catnip.
Oh, catnip.
I think so.
Get many cats around here, do you?
No, but it's a really nice, I think it is, it looks very similar.
Right.
So it's a lovely flower. It smells nice as well. It's like a herbal thing.
Caroline, looks like you've got a job on there.
Yeah.
What is he actually doing?
Well, I'm planting some plants along here, so I saw Sarah Manton and she said come and help me plant some plants. So I said, oh, I'd love to, and it's a wonderful thing to be involved in. So here I am.
It's a good idea, isn't it?
I think it's a fantastic idea, yeah, and it's lovely because lots of people are involved helping to plant this bed. So it's wonderful.
This bed is in the Old Market Square in Nottingham.
It is, it's fantastic, yeah, so it's a great idea. So yeah, and we need more beautiful plants like this and more trees everywhere. So it's a really important thing to do.
Because it helps these guys get the funding that we need to do this again next year and the year after. So all your feedback really does come in handy. The more feedback, the more money.
Ellie, the Nottingham Bike Works, what's that all about?
So we are a non-profit organisation who devote our time to helping people in the community. We have refugee projects, so the Ukrainian refugees, we have given families bikes, helmets, locks, and then we have school projects, so kids with additional needs, they come into our workshop and we help them like learn some basic mechanics and stuff, get them out of the classroom setting and give them something new to learn. So all the bikes that we have out today have been donated to us, and our mechanics have prepared them so that they can be recycled and given to other people.
And you're based in Nottingham?
Yeah, so we've got a shop in Sneinton and we have a shop in Lady Bay.
And socials?
Yeah, so we have Instagram and Facebook on socials. It's just nottinghambyworks.org. So if you want to give that a follow, that would be great. We post our bikes on there and our events that we're going to be at.
There's a guy over there struggling to put a tyre on a wheel.
Yeah, so we've got a puncture repair challenge today. So if you can do it in the fastest time you can, you're up for winning a prize on the leaderboard. So get down here and have a go.
Say that.
Erin, the Nottinghamshire Wildlife Trust. You're at the Greenhustle 2024. Why are you here?
Yeah, we're here because we want to celebrate the environment and nature, but we're particularly here today because it coincides with the first day of 30 Days Wild. Every year in June we ask people to do something connected with nature or to do something to help nature all the way through the month. So for us, what better way to start the month than to come to the Greenhustle?
And you've got a pretty good crowd here, and it's only what, 12:30?
Yeah, it's a great event. We really enjoyed it last year. It's a really diverse audience. Some people are really into the environment, some people it's a new interest to them, and some people who've never come across us before. And that's one of the benefits of the venue, is that we get to meet people from all walks of life. We can talk to them about what we're doing as a wildlife trust, but there's so many other groups involved in protecting and looking after the environment across the city.
Speaking of what you're doing as a wildlife trust, Attenborough Nature Reserve comes to mind. What other places can you sort of name drop to Nottingham folk that might want where they might want to visit?
Yeah, well, Attenborough is our best known nature reserve, but we've got over 40 nature reserves right across the county, stretching right the way to the north of the county, where our Idle Valley Nature Reserve is our largest site. So we've got wonderful nature reserves really close to where everybody lives in the county.
And where's the Idle Valley?
Idle Valley's in Retford, just outside Retford. It's by far our largest nature reserve.
North Nottinghamshire.
North Nottinghamshire, and that's where 3 years ago we actually reintroduced beavers to the county. So we've actually got 3 families of beavers actually now established on the Idle Valley Nature Reserve.
Have you got anything coming up shortly in the next couple of months or during the summer that people might be particularly interested in?
Yeah, well, as I say, during 30 Days Wild, the summer is a great opportunity to see and enjoy wildlife, so it's a great time to be out and about. But obviously at the moment we are in the lead up to a general election, and we want people to, if you care about nature, we want people to tell all the prospective candidates, whatever party, it's not about being party political, it's about saying, look, we care about nature. So we're all gearing up to the general election, but we'll also be at the Restore Nature Now march on June the 22nd in London, and we want thousands, hundreds of thousands of people to join us just to say, look, nature's really important to us, it's important for our lives, important for our health and well-being, and we need politicians to listen about that.
Erin, social media, how do we find you? Where do we find you?
Yeah, we're on all the major platforms. So on Twitter we're at Nots Wildlife, Nottinghamshire Wildlife Trust on Facebook and Instagram. But if you go to our website, which is nottinghamshirewildlife.org, all of our handles and tags are on the website.
Come on, Dan, don't be a coward. There's a millipede and there's like
Well, the chaps from Doctors Orders are here, a Micropub in Nottingham, representing the Magpie Brewery. Now, why did I spot a beer stall right away? Hello. Oh, Doctors Orders. A pub in the Market Square.
A home away from home.
So who do you represent then?
So we own Doctors Orders on Mansfield Road in Nottingham. It's a micropub. It's been open for 12 and a half years now.
But anyone who's met Archer would say it makes perfect sense. Oh yeah. What do you think actually? Oh.
So I'm gonna hit the order that I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do in because I.
What was this place? Hey, chicken you feel Korean.
Come on! Come and pick up his old name, Connor! DJ, you ready?
Just one thing to like tonight. Enjoy spring out as much as you can.
You are first Flora.
No, I'm alright, thank you, yeah. No, I'm
We need most vitamins.
Yeah. So those ones are a little bit more expensive because they're made with big house rather than cookies.
This looks an interesting tent. Let's go and have a chat to somebody in here. There's various stalls. Natalie, Skin Solace.
Yes.
What's that all about?
So my brand's all about handmade skincare. So I formulate and manufacture skincare from plant-based ingredients. So it's all vegan, and I ensure that all the ingredients are from good sources of high quality to make sure your skin gets the best nutrients and moisture. Skin Solace is about 5 years old now, and we have a shop in Arnold, and we have an online presence as well.
Oh, so you're Nottingham based?
We are, yes.
What's your socials then?
It's Skin Solace on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter.
And they're on the screen right now?
Yes, they are, yes. And skinsolace.co.uk online if you want to shop there.
And have you got any other events coming up where you might be next?
Where am I? Ruddington Market.
Oh right, yeah.
I'm at Ruddington Market. I've got some. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
I can't think of any others. Oh, I'm at a charitable event tomorrow, Run with Rich, down at Home Pier Point.
Oh right, yeah.
So that'll be a good one. And then otherwise, it's all at my shop.
Brilliant.
Thank you very much.
But they're definitely him and artist. A greener, sustainable life. Up next, for the first time on my stage.
Lynne, the Stonebridge City Farm, quite a famous place in
Well,
Nottingham.
it is, but still a lot of people don't know about it. They don't know where it is. We're actually based on just off Carlton Road behind the Lidl.
Right.
And it's been going for 45 years. It's a charity, and it has lots of volunteers, special needs. It's great for special needs volunteers. There's a barn, gardens, cafe, playground, and everybody's very, very welcome.
And how often do you open down there?
Every day of the week, apart from Christmas time, but we're open 10 till 4 in the summer, 10 till 3 in the winter.
And if people wanted to know more about it, do you have any socials?
There's a website, a Stonebridge City Farm website.
Okay, well that's on the screen right now.
Yeah, thank you.
How's it been going today?
Very good, very good. It's a great atmosphere, wonderful place to be. Just wish the sun was shining.
I've got to say, at least it's not raining.
No.
We might have a bit of sunshine later.
Yes, yeah, hopefully, yeah.
So we use a really small come again crop and then start again. So the bigger the plant, the bigger the roots, the bigger the pots that you need. So that's why, like, if you're growing potatoes, you would need a pot probably double, triple the size of this. Whereas if you're growing something small, you can almost grow in an old mushroom tray, an old grape tray, an old yogurt pot. So it doesn't have to be expensive.
Richard, my namesake.
Yes.
What's happening here today at the Green Hustle?
Well, every sort of half an hour or so, we've got a 15-minute talk about things that people can do for themselves, either at home or in the garden, in their daily lives, to save the planet, use less energy, use less water, and so on. So it's only 15 minutes, and you know, anything longer than that, people feel a bit reluctant to use up their time. But yeah, and people, yeah, we have that as well. But we find a lot of people just kind of hover around at the back to tune in, as it were, and then then they get a flavour of it. Some of them then stay a bit longer and sit down and so on. So yeah, it's a great addition to the festival.
And of course, it's creating an awareness, isn't it? Which is what I think what the festival.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's an annual event, and it's important just to, if you like, raise the profile, but also just describe the whole variety of actions that people are taking, the businesses that are involved in green issues, and what people can do, as I say, for themselves. And it's a great celebration to have here in the Market Square.
And what talks have you had on today?
Well, we've had about where the emissions come from Nottingham and how to reduce those. We've had a whole sequence about growing plants, as you can. This one is about plants, and then there was a talk just before that about actions that people can take at home, in the gardens and in the houses, to reduce energy, to reduce water use.
And how do people find out more about you?
Well, there's a website, the Green Hustle, and there's
right now.
Yeah, and there's issues. There's lots of sort of links to other organisations as well.
Yeah, and all of those will be in the description below.
Indeed, yeah.
As well is that we obviously want the city to be carbon neutral. The council itself
Let's have a word with Ellie. She seems to be extremely keen on parsley and elderflower. What are you doing here today, the Green Hustle?
Well, I just called at the shop and I didn't know this was on today, so I just thought I'd come over. So I've been talking to the lady on that stall there about parsley as well.
Okay.
So just the benefits of parsley, growing your own parsley from seed.
What's the benefits of parsley then?
It helps us ladies with our pre-menopausal symptoms, hot sweats, and any other, ailments from the menopausal symptoms. That if you eat a few sprigs of parsley, then it takes off your hot sweats and it balances your hormones out.
Okay.
So I didn't know that until I'd actually had some, and then after I had my hot sweats, I grew my own parsley, and I was eating a couple of sprigs, and then I was noticing that the hot sweats had totally gone, and I was like, hey, what have I had? It was parsley. So parsley, when you look it up on Google, you'll find that it helps you with your Our Lady's menopausal symptoms, and
I've always been a bit sceptical about herbal medicine until last few years ago. But I think they really do work, don't they?
Yeah, they do, because also I was saying that when I have a cold, I actually go to like Holland & Barrett or a herbal store and get the hard licorice sticks, because licorice also helps you for your colds, like your cold symptoms, and then you cough, and it just takes it off.
I enjoy a good curry when I've got a cold. I tend to have colds 3 times a week.
Oh, okay, yeah, doesn't help me, but natural things do like.
Time to grow sunflowers.
But
I heard you talking about elderberry.
Elderflower. Yeah. So I could smell it as soon as I, But at this time of year, you can pick the flowers, and then what you do is you have to wash them obviously in a bowl for a while. Try and take the flowers off the actual sprigs, and then you put them in a pan with some water, boil it, and you add some a few other things in there. I think lemon juice, and then something else, and you make your own conserve, like your own cordial, which you can put it in a bottle and then you can drink it like that, or you can add it.
Do you like to dilute it, or do you need to drink it?
You can drink it like that. It's quite strong.
Okay.
So you can put it with some spring water or something, and just have it as a refreshing drink on a nice summer's day.
And how long do you find it usually keeps for?
I think it's 2 weeks.
Right.
2 weeks, put it in the fridge.
Imagine if you like it though, you've probably drank it before the 14-day period.
I like it, but I believe in all, plants have more to offer than tablets, and
and
because
because
then I didn't know what the effects of parsley was, or what it does, until I was suffering with the menopausal symptoms, and then I looked it up, because I'm thinking that actually helped with my. It took off my hot sweats. It took off everything, and I was like, oh, it's parsley. So, but you have to grow your own parsley from seed, because it does not. You're not going to get the benefit if you're buying it from the shop, which is already grown for you.
Yeah, and you don't know what.
Because it's not as strong. It's not as strong, but it's quite strong when you grow it yourself. But I'm always eating things which are good for me, even like rosemary. So the rosemary, you can actually use that. Take the little leaves off the stem, and then fill up your cafetiere teapot, and then you can make your own tea. So drink rosemary tea. That's good for you as well.
So if you grow parsley yourself, so you can smell it.
So it's quite a strong smell to the parsley, but this one here doesn't really smell of nothing. So if you grow your own parsley, it's better, because it's going to be a lot stronger, and you can smell it. The smell of it is, you can tell you've grown it yourself. Whereas a shop bought one, it doesn't smell of anything. So so it's not going to do what mine does. Where I've grown mine myself.
Lucy, you're the Nottingham Forager. You're down today in the Old Market Square, representing the Windmill Community Gardens.
Indeed, so I've been doing lots of work really closely with Windmill Community Gardens, and we have been making a wild garden within the community allotment, so I've been spending a lot of my time down there.
And I did come down there a few weeks ago, and we had a little bit of a chat. That link is on the screen now. How's it progressing?
Really, really well. We've had lots of lovely wildlife joining us, so we've spotted newts down there already, we've got some ducks that have come to stay, and loads of lovely plants, and of course what's really interesting to me is all the wild food that's growing there. And I've brought some of the wild food and some of the cultivated food here with me today to Greenhustle, and we're encouraging people to make their own herbal brews with stuff that they can find in their own gardens.
I mean, I've heard of mint tea. I've just been talking to Ellie. She was talking about adding parsley, I think.
You can literally use any herb. As long as it's an edible herb, you can have a go with making a cup of tea with it. Rosemary, really, really good for a cuppa. We're also using lemon balm, fennel, elderflower, all really lovely things. You can use mint, but there's lots of other stuff you can be using as well.
Elderflower as a hot drink?
You absolutely can, and that's one of my favourite ways to enjoy elderflower is to pop the flowers into a tea bag, a reusable tea bag or a teapot, let it steep, and then you can drink it hot, and it's a really fruity, lovely, floral kind of drink.
And how long will you let it
as long as you leave a normal cup of tea. As long as you'd have a normal cup of tea, so just a couple of minutes. And what you can do as well is you can make it hot and then let it cool. And it's like an elderflower cordial without having to use the sugar or without having to get a big lot of something made all in one go.
So that was my little wander around the Green Hustle 2024.
Come on, Dan, don't be a coward. There's a millipede and there's like...
Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. I think I'm off to the back to that bar run by the guys that run the Doctors Orders Micropub in Nottingham. I'm going to have a well-earned pint. See you soon.